Our Director of Traffic Control, ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Mike LeClaire, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to go. We're ready to go. And the Brownells, they're ready to go. Haley will start up on the pole in the 747. To her outside will be Anthony Brownell, car number 63. Row number 2, it's Gage Howard in the 21, along with the 14 of Camdin Cook. Row 3, last week's runner-up, and the number 11 is Genavieve Bartlett. To her outside is going to be the 54 of Brady Howard. Row 4, winner at Mohawk last Saturday night, the 1W, that's Kyle Reef. He's out of Camden, New York. Alongside of him will be Logan Brown, last week's winner here in car number 9. Patrick Kadrinko and car number 35P will complete the rest of your field. Patrick, a regular at the Brockville Speedway, just in his first full-time season in this class, so glad to see he's getting out and paying a visit to us here at Can-Am. 9 drivers ready to go.
Up.
White this time by.
Love is good.
Sharp dressed man right there. Ready to go green. Can-Am Speedway pace truck with, I believe Tommy Martin's at the helm of that one tonight, but it's from Bob Johnson Auto Group. We're going to go green. 6 laps is the distance. Those of you watching on Dirt Track Digest tonight, glad that you could join us here at Can-Am from wherever you may be. Those of you watching live here tonight, glad you could be here. Green lights are on and we're underway. And off into turn number 1 and 2. Haley Brownell's got the early lead as they hit the back straightaway, but Camdin Cook makes short work of that, grabs the top spot down the backstretch. Haley Brownell back to second as Anthony working that outside lane. Up into position number 3, Brady Howard to 4th. Genevieve Bartlett completes the top 5 as they click off lap number 1. Watch Brady Howard in that 54. He likes to go to the outside lane, and he steps out of line, goes by both Anthony and Haley Brownell, at least tried to down the back straightaway. Haley able to hold on to the number 2 spot. Howard a little off the back straightaway. They're going into turn number 3, able to hold on to the race car, however. In the meantime, Camdin Cook enjoying a healthy advantage, about 5 car lengths over the battle for second, which is a good one. Haley Brownell holding her line down on that inside portion of the racetrack, trying to make everybody go around her on the top side, and Brady Howard just did that. Now Anthony Brownell going to 3rd. Here comes Logan Brown, winner of the last week's feature in that number 9, gets tagged by Kyle Reef, and they are hooked together, and they were for a moment, but they got to straighten back out. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 more to go in this opening heat race for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Camdin Cook has been running well as of late. As they head down the back straightaway, it looks like Kyle Reef with a problem in the number 1W, the Canton, New York native, off the pace on the back straightaway, but he picks it back up going down into turn number 3. 2 to go for Camdin Cook. He'll set it up on the bottom, drift up off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Looks like Kyle Reef is going to make his way to pit road in the number 1W, and a tough break for Kyle, fresh off a win at Mohawk last Saturday night. Not going to win this heat race, however. White flag is in the air. Final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Camdin Cook, and around goes Logan Brown. Haley Brownell spins. Patrick Kadrinko also involved. Yellow lights are on with 1 lap to decide it. So Logan Brown got twisted around over there and collected Haley Brownell in the process. Patrick Kadrinko, no place to go for him. And then number 35.
Bounced around pretty good.
So we're going to bring the drivers to a stop over there in turn number 3 so we can allow our track crews to get the cars cleaned up over there. Surprise. Everybody is okay over there in turn number 4. Just want to give the track crews as much room as possible down there so we can get the drivers unhooked and back underway. 1 lap left to decide it in this 6-lap contest. Order of qualifying heat races tonight. As you see, the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman on track right now. Panther Frameworks Great Sprint Cars up after that. Then we'll follow it up for 8-lap heat events on the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds, and then 8-lap heat events for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will conclude the heat races for 6 laps apiece. Did we get you? So while we got a moment, I wanted to pass along a couple quick things. Of course, I talked about our 50-50 sales. 50-50 girls working their way through the grandstands here tonight. Of course, the 50-50 girls from Upstate Elite Cheer. And they're looking to help purchase new uniforms for their growing program for next season, and families offset competition costs. And they're located at Extreme Sportsplex in Adams, New York, and looking forward to their 4th season. So thanks to Upstate Elite Cheer for taking care of the 50-50 sales tonight. So if you see the girls walking through the grandstands, be sure to get yourself a couple of 50-50 tickets. But they are located at the 50-50 booth, located right underneath the main tower here. Of course, we want to send a special shout out to our friends at Stop DWI. And of course, our friends at Stop DWI remind everyone to drink responsibly this weekend, have a plan, and get home safely. Of course, Am Speedway is an official partner of Dirt Empire magazine. Each issue of Dirt Empire is filled with dirt track racing photos, stories, interviews, and more. Dirt Empire magazine is dedicated to dirt track racing, so pick up your copy right here at Can-Am. Head to the concession stand or the souvenir booth, or go online directly at dirtempiremagazine.com. Of course, you saw all of the bicycles and scooters that we're giving away here tonight, and a lot of teams and drivers have stepped up to the plate. Some of our own staff members have also done just that and donated bicycles. Got to thank these following people while we got some time to do this. Got to thank Eric and Keegan Nier, Amy Sanford, one of our staff members here, Mike Fowler, driver of the 410 Sportsman, Lance Willix, Steve Roberts, our own Chief Director of Traffic Control, Mike LeClaire. He donated a bike. It wasn't his own bicycle, that's for sure, but it was? Oh, okay, so it still got the banana seat and the rims? All right, perfect. It's got the horn on it, too. The tassels on the handlebars, yeah, he's got that on there, too. Greg Brinklow out of Kingston, he donated a bicycle today. R.J. Tressetter, Brady Howard, Tyler Corcoran, Anthony St. Mary Jr., Tucker Donath, One of our own staff members, Tiger Chapman, Haley Brownell, Jessica Power, Brendan Moore, Owen Nier, Genevieve Bartlett, and Brandy Newsom, one of our great staff members. We just saw her walking down the front straightaway here. Jared Gilson and Francis White, all bike and scooter donators here tonight, and we thank you so much for doing that. And we'll acknowledge them later on this evening as we get ready to give away some bicycles and scooters later on tonight. And if you have not done so already, sign up with Victims Assistance Center out of Jefferson County. They're located down towards turn number 1. Hopefully you got your free bike helmet here today, and we thank you so much for all that you do for us here locally. And thank you again for supporting us here at Can-Am. As we got the accident scene down in turn number 4 cleaned up, and it looks like Haley Brownell will be on the business end of the tow truck here in this one. Hopefully she can get it repaired and come back out for the feature later on tonight, which will be 12 laps in distance. White flag will be displayed, or we'll go green next time by. Set for green. Camdin Cook, the race leader, Brady Howard, Anthony Brownell, Gage Howard, and Genevieve Bartlett in that order. Patrick Kadrinko was involved in that accident, and he's going to tag onto the tail of the field. Looks like he's hanging back quite a ways, so Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group heads off of the speedway and will be set for green. 1 lap to decide it. Camdin Cook looking to hold on for his first ever heat win. Green and white out together. We'll see what happens. Into turn number 1, Camdin Cook. Big lead so far down the back straightaway. Brady Howard there for second. Anthony Brownell third as Haley Brownell brings it back out onto the racetrack just in time for checkered. Checkered flag is out. It looks like it's going to be Camdin Cook picking up the win. Second will go to Brady Howard, Anthony Brownell, Gage Howard, Genevieve Bartlett, the top 5, Patrick Kadrinko, and Haley Brownell will complete the rest of the field. And Camdin Cook collecting heat win number 1 of this year. So that will do it for the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars ready to roll trackside next for their one and only heat race on the night. Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman out on the racetrack right now. We'll give you the starting lineup in just a few moments as they get a little heat going in the motors. There's last week's feature winner Andrew Hennessy making his way out in car number 87. He's out of Picton, Ontario, Canada. Tucker Donath on the point in the number Z28. He'll go alongside of George Sanford in the 25 out of Lafargeville. Row number 2, Ken Klinkowsky in the 30 alongside of Chris Nethers in the 89X out of Watertown. Row number 3 is going to be Andrew Hennessy, last week's winner in the 87. Outside will be the 93 of Guy Gosselin, and Josh Verne Jr., car number 1V, will go in position number 7. Green lights will be on next time by. One and only heat tonight for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars.
Back it up a little bit, please. Slow the pace down. Second row, tighten it up. 6 laps, 4 qualifying. 6 laps, 4 qualifying.
Set for green, Tucker Donath and George Sanford on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. Quickly through turns 1 and 2, Tucker Donath, great start. He jumps out into the lead. Ken Klinkowsky there for second. George Sanford back to the number 3 spot. Here comes Andrew Hennessy. Gets down to that inside lane. He's looking for fourth around Chris Nethers into turn number 3 and 4. But at the line, it will be Tucker Donath in command of the field as they work it up into turn number 1 and 2. Andrew Hennessy is on the move. He's picked up a couple of spots already, as is Josh Verne Jr. Josh started back in position number 7. He now rides fourth as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the line. Tucker Donath in command of it. Battle is on now for position number 2. Ken Klinkowsky has the spot. The 87 of Andrew Hennessy looking to take it away from him up off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Hennessy, a great drive from the bottom. He'll try the inside lane into turn number 3. Can't quite get the run he was looking for that time. He'll try it again off of turn number 4 as Klinkowsky slides way up off the bottom groove. That's going to open the door for Hennessy to get down to the low lane and pick off the spot. Klinkowsky trying to fight back on that outside lane. Had a good run through turn number 2, but couldn't hold the line, and that's going to allow Hennessy to get back by. Josh Verne Jr. now to 4th. Chris Nethers is 5th. George Sanford and Guy Gosselin complete the rest of the field. Down to 2. 2 more remain in this 6-lap heat event for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, as the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds will be up next. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around, this time by for Tucker Donath as he makes his way up off of turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. White flag is in the air as Tucker Donath picked up a heat win back on April the 26th. Down the back straightaway, he's got Andrew Hennessy giving chase from the 2 spots. Not going to happen, though, as Tucker Donath will pick up the victory. Andrew Hennessy will cross in 2nd, followed by Josh Verne Jr. He comes up for 3rd at the line. Ken Klinkowsky 4th. At the line for 5th, looks like it's going to be Chris Nethers holding off George Sanford. And Guy Gosselin will round out the rest of the field, and that will do it. Heat racing for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars is in the books. Tucker Donath, his 2nd heat win of the season here at Can-Am. Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds will be up next for their 8-lap heat events, first of 3 on the day.
Oh.
21 drivers set to go. And the lineup looks like this. Going to be Brian Hudson on the point, and the number 621 with the 57 of Remington Hamm. Row number 2, Lucas Fuller in the 74 with Jack Meeks in the number 1. Row number 3, Scott Webb of the 18W, 21 of Andy Howard. Final row in car number 31. Scheduled to go was Lance Willix. Don't see him out there.
Jordan McCreadie, he's
Changing the lineup there. Lance Willix is actually in heat race number 2, so we're good. We're set to go. Jordan McCreadie, Adam Roberts bringing up the tail end of the field. Set for green. Bob Johnson Auto Group, Am Speedway Pace Truck pulls off the speedway in turn number 3. Brian Hudson, Remington Hamm, couple of modified rookies, bringing them down to the line. We're green. And Brian Hudson, where they're being and Lucas Fuller gets tagged, and around goes the 74 of Fuller. Yellow lights are back on. Yellow lights are on.
Car in the middle of turn 2. Car in the middle of turn
like a piece of debris up there in turn number 2, so we'll get that cleared off before we go back to green. Jack Meeks catching an implement tire over there and getting up into the left side of the 74 Lucas Fuller. So Fuller will head to the pits, a left rear flat tire for him, so we're going to give him a chance to get that changed and head back on out. White flag will be displayed. It's going to be Brian Hudson, Remington Hamm on the front row, Scott Webb and Jack Meeks in row number 2, Jordan McCreadie, Andy Howard row number 3, and then Adam Roberts will complete it in the number 63. Brian Hudson, 621 on point. Making the jump from the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman to be a part of the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modified Division. Having a very good season so far. Looking for success here in heat race number 1 of 3 as he makes his way through turn number 3 and 4. He'll set the pace down off the corner. Green lights back on and away we go. Hudson takes it straight to the inside lane. Remington Hamm's going to stick with that extreme outside lane. Scott Webb, the veteran, takes it down low. He's going to pick up the 2 spot as behind them, Jordan McCreadie starts to move forward. He goes up to 4th. Battle is on for the 5 spot. Adam Roberts down low, gets by Jack Meeks and Andy Howard for position as they click off lap number 1 of 8. And Scott Webb has taken over the top spot. Brian Hudson relegated to 2nd. Remington Hamm, Jordan McCreadie, Adam Roberts. That's your top 5 as they sprint out down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4 with Scott Webb in control of it. Brian Hudson, Remington Hamm 2nd and 3rd. Jordan McCreadie right there with him in spot number 4. 5th being contested again between Jack Meeks and Adam Roberts. Meeks gets back by into turn number 1 and 2, and everybody single file right around the bottom portion of the speedway as Brian Hudson looking to move back in on the race leader. Scott Webb takes it down in that inside lane. Scott Webb, 1 win last season, ending a long dry spell here at the Am Speedway. Back to when he last won a big block modified feature here in 2007. Took some time off from racing for a few years, got back into it a couple of seasons ago, and got right back to the winner's circle last year in August, but he's trying to get this heat win right now. Brian Hudson had a wicked push going into turn number 1 and 2 that last lap. We'll see if he gets it straightened out. Meantime, battle is on for the 3 spot. Jordan McCreadie has that position now. He gets by Remington Hamm. Remington not afraid to throw it up to the outside portion of the racetrack. Not a lot of grip up there right now, though, as Jordan McCreadie able to retake the 3 spot back into turn number 3 and 4. They're all chasing Scott Webb and Brian Hudson as they'll bring it down to the line this time by 5 down, 3 to go. Scott Webb's got the lead, but Brian Hudson's not going away. He's right there with him within about a car length and a half as they working off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Hudson got a pretty good drive that time off the corner, was able to stay with Scott Webb into turn number 3. We'll see what happens as they work it off in turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the line. 2 to go this time by Webb in control. Hudson there for 2nd. Half straightaway back is McCreadie in 3rd, followed by Remington Hamm and Jack Meeks. That's your top 5 as Adam Roberts and Andy Howard complete the rest of your field. Down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. Brian Hudson will set it up on the bottom. Scott Webb rolls the middle of the racetrack up off the turn. The white flag is in the air this time by for Scott Webb. And Brian Hudson still right there with him as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Hudson able to get the drive up off the corner. He's narrowed it down to about 2.5 to 3 car lengths as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag will be waving this time by, and Scott Webb will go across the line. He'll grab the win in heat race number 1 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds. Brian Hudson, Jordan McCreadie the top 3. Remington Hamm, Jack Meeks, and at the line, Andy Howard gets the number 6 spot from Adam Roberts. Heat race number 2 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds. Tyler Meeks up on the point in the number 9, along with the 36 of Dan Bouchard. Row number 2, RJ Tressetter in the 21, followed by the 7 of Shaun Shaw. Row number 3, it is Ryan Bartlett in the 39, the 49 of Billy Dunn. And completing it, last week's feature winner, car number 31, it's Lance Willix. Lance picking up 2 wins last weekend. One here at Can-Am, of course, Glen Ridge on Sunday night. Picked up another win over there. Green lights back on. 8 laps is the distance. We're back underway. Tyler Meeks got a great start. Jumps out into the race lead. Billy Dunn trying that extreme outside lane. He picked up a few spots that time, but Willix going to take it to the bottom. Goes from 7th to 3rd in one straightaway. Lance Willix on the move from the back to 3rd in almost 1 lap. As we complete lap number 1, Tyler Meeks is in control. Ryan Bartlett right there to 2nd. Lance Willix, fastest car in the racetrack by far, went from last to 3rd. Before the completion of lap number 1, he's right there in the back doorstep trying to find the way around Ryan Bartlett through turn number 3 and 4. Down across the line, Meeks in control of it. But Bartlett and Meeks, Bartlett and Willix right there for 2nd and 3rd. Shaun Shaw back there behind him in spot number 4. Then Billy Dunn back there to the 5 position, struggling a little bit right now with the handling on that car. As RJ Tressetter and Dan Bouchard complete the rest of your field. 3 down, 5 more to go. It's been all Tyler Meeks from the drop of the green flag, and here comes Lance Willix again. Looking for another spot on Ryan Bartlett up off of turn number 2. They'll drag race down the back straightaway. Even turns into corner number 3 and 4. And Lance Willix to position number 2. Willix on the hammer, looking to go to the lead as they click off lap number 4. 4 down, 4 more to go. Tyler Meeks has the lead, but Lance Willix has passed every car in the racetrack so far except for Meeks as they head up into turn number 3 and 4 this time. Tyler Meeks with the advantage, about 2.5, 3 car lengths are off the turn number 4 and down to the line. Lance Willix there in 2nd. Ryan Bartlett, Shaun Shaw. They're in a battle now for position number 3 and 4. Billy Dunn has finally moved into the top 5 and gotten away from RJ Tressetter and Dan Bouchard. But Tyler Meeks has been able to stabilize that gap between himself and Lance Willix as we're down to 2 to go. 2 laps remaining. Tyler Meeks, Lance Willix. 1 and 2. Willix is definitely closing the gap here as they work it off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 3 car length advantage for Meeks down into corner number 3 and 4. He'll set it up from the bottom. Lance Willix right there in his tire tracks. The white flag is in the air. Final time for Tyler Meeks. Evans Mills, New York native, sets it up on the inside portion of the racetrack. Willix about a half a car length lower going down into corner number 1 and 2. Tyler Meeks trying to fend him off. Willix trying to run Meeks down, but he's going to run out of time. Checkered flag is in the air, and Tyler Meeks will hold off Lance Willix to get the victory. In heat race number 2, Willix gets 2nd. Bartlett, Shaw, Billy Dunn, the top 5. Dan Bouchard and RJ Tressetter will complete it.
Trying different places on the track with us.
This car is not right.
Heat race number 3 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Nick Webb on the pole in the 27W along with the 23 Cameron Black. Row number 2, it's Franklin Mackin, the 3M, along with the 66 of Derek Webb. Row number 3, the newest modified winner, that's Preston Forbes in the 45, alongside of Larry Welly Jr. in the 21 JR. 3-time and defending track champion Tim Fuller in car number 19 will complete the rest of your field. 8 laps of distance, 7 cars ready to go. Third and final heat in the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds. The Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman set to go next. Again, want to thank Victims Assistance Center of Jefferson County on hand with us tonight. Going to give away some bicycles and scooters later on this evening. Green lights back on and away we go. And Nick Webb charges into the lead down on the inside of the racetrack. Cameron Black around the top side. He'll claim second down the back chute. Franklin Mackin, Derek Webb, third and fourth. Preston Forbes to the 5 spot. Fuller back there, 6th, followed by Larry Welling Jr. in 7th. Bringing it down to the line, it is Nick Webb in control as they work it down across the line for lap number 1. Nick Webb, Cameron Black, not afraid to go to the outside portion of the racetrack. Looks like he's found some speed up there. Closes in on the race leader down the back straightaway is Franklin Mackin, having a good run so far, solidly into 3rd. Derek Webb 4th, Larry Welling Jr. off the pace into turn number 3. He'll head it towards pit road and be done for this one. As they click off lap number 2, however, Nick Webb still in control. Cameron Black doing all he can to try to run him down. Franklin Mackin right there on the back door trying to find the way by. In the meantime, Derek Webb battling with Tim Fuller for the number 4 spot. Fuller gets by into turn number 3, immediately drops it down on the inside lane, and he'll try to run down the top 3. As they work at lap number 3, Nick Webb enjoying a comfortable advantage over the rest of the field. Here's Franklin Mackin in a battle with Cameron Black for position number 2. Black gets the position back into turn number 3. Franklin Mackin right there on the back bumper trying to find the way by, and he's got the look down on the inside lane. And Franklin Mackin to the 2 spot as they click off lap number 4. 4 down, 4 more to go. Tim Fuller now looking at the back bumper of Cameron Black off of turn number 2. Can't get the run he's looking for that time off the back straightaway. He'll settle in line, holding on to 4th. 5th right now is being contested between Derek Webb and Preston Forbes as they make their way up off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. Nick Webb still in command of it. Franklin Mackin has the 2 spot, but Tim Fuller is right there with him. Exiting corner number 2, Fuller's going to move it up to the outside lane. We'll see what he can do down into turn number 3. He'll try to clear Mackin going into corner number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. 2 to go for Nick Webb. Battle is on for position number 2, however. Franklin Mackin has it. Tim Fuller stepping out of line on the outside lane, trying to find the way by as they work it down the back straightaway. Battle is on for 2nd. Nick Webb is starting to check out on the field. White flag will be in the air. Final trip around for Nick Webb. He's got the lead comfortably down the front straightaway. Franklin Mackin in a battle with Fuller down the front straightaway. And Franklin Mackin using up every bit of the racetrack down the front straightaway to fend off the veteran. Down the back chute they go. Checkered flag is in the air, and Nick Webb will go uncontested in this one. Franklin Mackin trying to fend off Tim Fuller for the runner-up spot, and it looks like he's going to do it. Mackin gets 2nd, Fuller to 3rd. Derek Webb, Cameron Black, and Preston Forbes in that order, and that will do it. Heat race number 3 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Modifieds is now complete. Scott Webb, Tyler Meeks, and Nick Webb.
First, huh? This is the first I've ever noticed it. Tires come right off the ground.
White flag is being displayed. Taylor Doxtater will go away from the pole in this one. Outside will be Stevie Robertson, the number 5. Row number 2 is going to find Owen Nier in 17. Alongside of him will be Keegan Nier in the 34K. Row number 3, it's Eric Nier in the 34, 33 of Alan McDonald, and Ryan Shanahan in the 32 RS will complete it. Set for green this time by. It's Taylor Doxtater and Stevie Roberts on the front row. Doxtater gets the start, and Mike LeClaire says, we're going to try that again. So we're going to try that one more time.
Car number 2, off the fourth turn, now between 3 and 4, front row, wire together, off turn 4.
Number 2,
Going
where the
green
heck
this
that
time,
is, Joe?
green this time.
So all starts and restarts will be off of turn number 4, back to green, and we got it that time. Better start. Taylor Doxtater to lead. 4 wide across the track off of corner number 2. Keegan Nier, Eric Nier, Stevie Roberts, and Owen Nier right there in the mix. Well, we got it to 3 wide into turn number 3 at least. And the Niers, they're not stopping. Eric and Keegan going after one another for second and third, all chasing Taylor Doxtater for the race lead. It don't matter when you put the helmets on. Doesn't matter if you're family or not. You're going after it. And Eric Nier now assumes second. The 34K of Keegan Nier up to third. Owen trying to battle with Steve Roberts for position number 4 and get up there and challenge the family for a front spot as he clips an implement tire coming up off the corner. Owen Nier able to get to fourth. Ryan Shanahan, he just kind of waited till it all sorted out in front of him before he made a move. He's looking at Stevie Roberts for position number 5 as Alan McDonald completes the rest of the field here. But Taylor Doxtater, amongst all that, has the race lead, but Eric Nier starting to close the gap as they work it down the back straightaway off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. 3 down, 5 more to go in this opening heat race in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Keegan Nier with the 2 spot, or Eric Nier with the 2 spot rather. Keegan Nier third, Owen Nier fourth. Followed by Ryan Shanahan completing your top 5 as the 5 of Stevie Roberts is 6th. 7th is Alan McDonald. We're going to have a battle shaping up for the number 1 spot in just a moment as Eric Nier reeling in the race leader. Taylor Doxtater right there in front of him by about 2 car lengths, and Owen Nier holding on to position number 3 all by himself out there. As they head up into turn number 3 and 4, back down to the line, Taylor Doxtater is going to have his hands full as Eric Nier's within a car length as they hit turn number 1 and 2. 5 down, 3 more to go. This opening heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, and Taylor Doxtater trying to hold on and bring it home, but Eric Nier's got other ideas. Keegan Nier about a half straightaway back in third, then it's Owen Nier and the 32 of Ryan Shanahan in that top 5 order, but the top 2 have put some distance between themselves and the rest of the field as they click off lap number 6 with 2 laps left to go. 2 laps remaining. Taylor Doxtater, Eric Nier, 1 and 2 as they hit the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Eric down on the inside lane. Doxtater throws the block coming up off the corner. White flag is in the air. Final trip around. Doxtater and Nier are going to settle it amongst themselves here. Into turn number 1 and 2. Doxtater with the advantage by about a half a car length. Eric Nier right there with him on the back doorstep, trying to find the way by with Keegan Nier a distant third. Checkered flag will be waving this time by. Can Eric Nier get the run he's looking for? He dips it down to the inside lane. Drag race down to the line. It's going to be Doxtater by a half a car length. Eric Nier a close second. Keegan Nier third. Owen Nier fourth. Ryan Shanahan, your top 5. Stevie Roberts and Alan McDonald will complete the rest of the field. What a battle there in heat race number 1. Taylor Doxtater able to hold off the 34 of Eric Nier for the win.
34K in 17.
Wow.
And heat race number 2. Ready to roll trackside in just a moment. And up on the point, last week's 6th place finisher, that's Jonathan Murphy in the 62, ran in the top 5 for the majority of the event, actually led the first 8 laps of the feature last week. Alongside of him will be Dylan Moore in the 35D. Row number 2 is Justin Gadbaugh in the 18. Alongside of him will go the 52, Jessica Power. Row number 3, it is going to be the 18 of Gavin Isley alongside, I believe that's going to be Dustin Hutton in the number 7D. Final row, it is Xavier Andrews in the 0. And last week's winner, Mike Fowler at car number 410. Check that, that's Tyler Corcoran on the outside of row number 3 in this one. Green lights are on, and we're underway once again. And Jonathan Murphy jumps to the lead. Corcoran through the middle of the racetrack picks up the 4 spot. Dylan Moore on that outside lane. He's looking for second around Jessica Power. Jessica battles right back to the inside lane, trying to pick the position back up and does so. In the meantime, Tyler Corcoran goes about a lane lower, tries to grab second off the corner. But they're all chasing Jonathan Murphy. That 62 has been really fast here in the opening couple of weeks of the season. Ran in the top 5 the entire race last weekend until Gavin Isley got him at the line for 5th, but he was strong as they head up into corner number 3 and 4. But he's got 2 of the best right behind him with Tyler Corcoran and Jessica Power. Now Gavin Isley flexes his muscle, gets down to that inside lane. He'll pick up the number 3 spot from Power into corner number 1 and 2. Jonathan Murphy's got his hands full, though. He's got the 4-time defending track champion right behind him. Tyler Corcoran trying to get another heat win as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Corcoran got that car working good down in the inside lane. We'll see if he can get by Murphy off the corner. Won't do it that time. Keeping an eye on Gavin Isley for position number 3 right now. Isley had an incredible race car this past weekend at Brockville as he looks for second around Tyler Corcoran. Led 33 of the 40 laps in the Dirt Car Sportsman Series race last Saturday night at Brockville. Came home the runner-up to Shane Pecor, but right now he's trying to make up for that. Drives around Tyler Corcoran for a second. You don't see that happen too often, and now Isley's going through the middle of the racetrack looking for the lead around Jonathan Murphy down the back straightaway. Murphy with the advantage by about a car length, but Gavin Isley right there with him into turn number 3 and 4, and Isley puts the hammer down, drives around the outside lane. Gavin Isley to the lead as they click off lap number 5. What a power move that was in turn number 4, and Gavin Isley rockets to the number 1 spot down the backstretch. Jonathan Murphy's going, where in the world did he come from? And Tyler Corcoran trying to figure out how to work that outside lane to catch Isley now. But right now he's trying to get by Jonathan Murphy for second, so he'll stick with the bottom. 2 laps left to go, and Gavin Isley is checking out on the field right now. Jonathan Murphy in a battle for second with Tyler Corcoran as Jessica Power works for position number 4, and Mike Fowler into 5th. Xavier Andrews, Dylan Moore, and Justin Ganbaugh complete the rest of your field. White flag is in the air, and Gavin Isley is checking out on the field. White flag in the air for Isley. Battle on for position number 2. Tyler Corcoran down low. Murphy gives him the lane down on the inside, and Tyler Corcoran to the runner-up spot. Jonathan Murphy back there to position number 3. Jessica Power still 4th. Mike Fowler 5th, but at the line, checkered in the air, Gavin Isley drives around the outside lane. He'll grab the win in heat race number 2. Second will be Corcoran. Jessica Power comes up for 3rd at the checkered flag. Jonathan Murphy, Mike Fowler, Xavier Andrews, Justin Ganbaugh, and Dylan Moore will complete it. And that does it for heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 about to go trackside next.
Yeah, squeeze in 3rd.
Paul DeRutter in car number 1D will go away from the pole. Outside will be Josh Riom in the 91. Row number 2 is the 707 of Greg Brinklow, 621 of Trevor Gibbons. Row number 3, Brennan Moore in the 35B, along with Dustin Hunt in the 7D, and the 28 of Tyler Stevenson will complete it. 7 cars ready to go. 7 cars ready to go. 8 laps the distance. 3rd and final heat in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will bring them up next for their heat races, and then we'll go right into the intermission. Set for green off of turn number 3 and 4. Back to the line. We're back underway. And Paul DeRutter jumps into the race lead as they work the back straightaway off of corner number 2. Josh Riom there for 2nd. Greg Brinklow now up into 3rd. Brennan Moore right there with him in spot number 4, trying to get the position away into turn number 3 as Trevor Gibbons works back there in the 5 spot as we got a battle for the lead already going down into turn number 1. Josh Riom has the look down on the inside lane and catches the implement tire. Almost gets into Paul DeRudder up off the corner. Had to get out of the throttle. Allows DeRudder to get back by as Rion will try to rethink the strategy. Gets back down to the inside lane. Settling into a groove right now as they work it up off the corner. Brendan Moore back there third. Battle for fourth going on between Tyler Stevenson and Greg Brinklow. As Stevenson gets the spot away down into turn number 1 and 2. Brinklow back to fifth. Trevor Gibbons and Dustin Hutton complete the rest of the field. Working it down the back straightaway. It's Paul DeRudder in command of it. The 91, Josh Rion, last week's runner-up there in second, but for how much longer? Not too much, as Rion takes the spot away down off of corner number 4. Josh Rion, your new race leader at lap number 3. 5 more to go in this third and final heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, and Josh Rion starting to check out. Paul DeRudder back there in second. Brendan Moore third. Tyler Stevenson, Greg Brinklow. That's your top 5 as they start to spread out across the speedway off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. Josh Rion in command. 4 down, 4 more to go. Josh has been getting quicker each and every week out there in that 91. Second place finish for him last week as he works it into turn number 3 and 4 with the advantage on the rest of the field. To come back down to the stripe, we'll have 3 laps left to go. And Josh Rion looking really strong here as he motors down into turn number 1 and 2. The Racing Firefighter out of Clayton, New York, working it off at corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. He'll see the 2 lap flags from Mike LeClaire this time by. 3 top 10s in 4 tries this year for Josh Rion as he makes his way up off the corner. White in the air. Paul DeRudder holding on to second. Brendan Moore, who led the points going into last week, is now back there in spot number 3. And him and DeRudder make a little contact into 1. DeRudder not fazed by it at all. Holds on to second as Brendan Moore gets back down to that inside lane. He'll try it again down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air this time by. And Josh Rion's got a straightaway on everybody. Brendan Moore back there second. Paul DeRudder into third. Battle is on for that spot now as the 28 of Tyler Stevenson dipping down to that inside lane. Greg Brinklow holds on to fifth. Trevor Gibbons and Dustin Hutton in that order. Checkered flag is in the air and a dominant performance. Josh Rion will bring it down to the line and he'll grab the win in heat race number 3. Straightaway lead at the checkered flag as Brendan Moore crosses in second. Tyler Stevenson, Paul DeRudder third and fourth. Greg Brinklow fifth. Dustin Hutton and Trevor Gibbons will complete it.
Oh.
I know, right?
So the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsmen are now complete. Coming up next, we will have the first heat event for the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars. And it's going to be led by Anthony St. Mary Jr., the 111J, last week's winner. Outside will be O.J. White in the 94. Row 2, Tony Frezzo in the number 22. He also picked up a win at Mohawk last week, his second straight over there. Jared Gilson, the 22J, will join him. Row number 3 is going to find the 111 of Anthony St. Mary Sr., along with the 60 of Ron White. Row number 4, Francis White in the number 60, along with the 26 of Damian Beckler. Final row, it's going to be the 41 of veteran Terry Gardner and the 27 of Justin Pope. Set for green, 6 laps is the distance. Final heat race of the night here as the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars are on track. Anthony St. Mary Jr. on point. Dominant performance last week en route to his first career win. O.J. White would like to get a feature win tonight as well. Right now they all got to get through this heat race through turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on and we're off and running. And problems coming down the front straightaway for St. Mary. Something went away on that race car as you heard it pop coming down the front stretch, and it is rolling slowly down into turn number 1 and 2. And after that win a week ago, we thought he might have the problems figured out on that race car, but unfortunately, he is going to roll it to the infield, done for this one. That's going to leave Tony Frezzo out in front of the field here as they click off lap number 1. Jared Gilson there in second. Damian Beckler third. Justin Pope started 10th. He's now up into spot number 4, getting around O.J. White down the back stretch as they hit the back straightaway. White back to the 5 spot. Ron White is 6th. Francis White 7th as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Tony Frezzo, as we mentioned earlier, 2 consecutive wins at the Mohawk International Raceway the last 2 Saturday night outings as he holds the lead here into turn number 1 and 2. Jared Gilson has had some strong runs already this season, holding on to second. Justin Pope back there, spot number 3. Damian Beckler, 2 feature wins already this season, into position number 4. Michael Greenfield, we stand corrected, in that white number 60 here as they bring it down across the line. Michael Greenfield now up into position number 5. Tony Frezzo had the lead, not for much longer though. Jared Gilson slips by in corner number 1 and 2. So Jared Gilson, your new race leader, as they click off lap number 3, coming to 2 to go. This time by Jared Gilson trying to hold on and win this one and beat the 2021 track champion to the line. Got the lead now by about 5 car lengths as Tony Frezzo trying to figure it out down the front straightaway. Justin Pope in a battle for third with Damian Beckler as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Michael Greenfield in the 60 holding on to 5th. 6th is the 94 of O.J. White. 60 of Francis White back there as well, trying to figure out something to get to the top 5. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around for Jared Gilson. So he leads the way coming up off the turn. Tony Frezzo doing what he can to try to run him down as Justin Pope back there in spot number 3. Looking to figure out a way by as they motor off a corner number 2 and down the back straightaway, but no one's catching Jared Gilson right now. Got the lead on lap number 3 and has held it ever since. Looks like he's going to hold it the rest of the way, and it is going to be Jared Gilson picking up the win in heat race number 1 of 1 for the Sundance Leisure Thundercar Division. Jared Gilson gets the victory. Tony Frezzo, Justin Pope, your top 3. Heat races are now complete. And as you can see down here on the front straightaway, we've got a lot of bikes to give away.